Yo, what is going on, gamers? And today I have a brand new video for you. This is my 200-day special. So I have been doing art for 200 days in a row. I started from actually never doing art in my life to where I am today. So if you're kind of interested in what that journey kind of looks like, stay tuned, kind of check it out. Also, I am having a special where once I hit 100 subscribers, I am going to do a free commission on some random user. So comment down below, follow, sub, do all that jazz, and I will pick a winner. I'll message you, let you know what's going on. But yeah, honestly, I didn't think I was actually gonna make it to 200 days. I'm gonna be real. There's a lot of times where I would do art and I was frustrated and I didn't enjoy it, but sticking with it for all this time really taught me just kind of discipline. And after a while, it was no longer a chore, and more so I am really excited. I get off work and the first thing I want to do is actually draw and create something. So after a while, it's no longer a chore, it's more I enjoy doing it. So I found for the first like 120 days, I wasn't necessarily trying to do anything crazy. I was just enjoying the ride. I originally wanted to do art because I was actually creating a game in Unity at the time, and I wanted to make my own assets because I thought that was cool. I didn't want to pay for it. Honestly, I'm broke. You know how it is. So I was like, oh, I can just do the art. And I was doing this for a while, and I was not enjoying actually game development like I thought I was going to at the time. It was a little bit too much for me, but I enjoyed the art. So I decided, hey, I like making fan art. It's actually really fun for me. And so I decided that, heck, I'm just going to just do this. This is enjoyable to me. So I started out, as you can probably see, I'm still a little rough around the edges. At day like 100, like we're around 100, I didn't actually follow any methods. I didn't understand like head method, like exactly like how to proportion a character correctly. Also how to make a character look expressive, and just basic anatomy. Like Loom's method for the head. It's actually really important. If you don't draw these proportions right, your character 9 out of 10 times is just gonna look wrong. Like you can add a little spice to your character, make them look great, but if you don't understand the fundamentals, you get what I got in the first like 100 days. Like we have eyes that are huge, the ears are way too small or way too below or way too high, the nose and the mouth to the eye ratio is not about 1/3. The eyes should be almost a third apart. The exact angle, like I wasn't outlining anything. Like when you outline a head, you should have a circle around it for just the overall line of the nose, mouth, and everything else. Kind of outline that, and then where the eyes are placed, then you can extrude from there. I'm actually gonna make a video on this later if you're interested in just kind of how to do a basic outline, nothing too crazy, but if you're interested in that, check that out. But around 120 is when I started to kind of discover these techniques, and I started seriously practicing instead. You'll probably see a lot of other people in like timelines and stuff, I know I have, where they've practiced art before and they say they're doing 100 days of this kind of art and that, and then their art looks just phenomenal. And that's just not how it went for me, which is okay. I'm definitely improved like 1,000-fold, but as someone who doesn't have like 8 to 10 hours a day of doing art, and also did like half of my journey was just having fun and not like super aggressive learning, you can definitely get to these extreme levels of just making your art pieces look amazing in that short amount of time if you seriously study and you understand what you need to do. I'm actually gonna also make a video on that, so stick around for that, I guess, as well. Just to kind of give you a boost in how I specifically now train to get better. So I didn't really do that for about 100 and so days, and so this is more of a realistic approach, I think, to what you should expect, not having a crazy amount of time and just doing it because you like to do it. You're not doing it necessarily for a job. Maybe you want to do that one day, and this is more of a hobby and just having fun. This is kind of an approach to that. I practice all sorts of things. I even got into learning how the sack method is to make a character more expressive, and all this. There's definitely a lot of lows though too. Like I said before, I would have dips in my productivity, and I would still do it, but I wouldn't challenge myself, and I was just going through the motions more so. Like, I would do a lot of portraits after learning full body. I would just, instead of doing that, because it takes a very long time to outline all of that, instead of doing that, I would just do an easy portrait, front facing, mirrored, like super easy. And then after that, you just kind of mess it up a little bit. Doesn't take super long, especially for a portrait. You can just outline that super easy, and I would do that for a few days or even a few weeks, and I wouldn't improve, obviously, because there's no improvement if you don't push yourself. And that's something I definitely learned throughout my time, is that you need to push yourself constantly, and the practice that you do needs to be meaningful. Even if you're doing practice daily like I did, if you just practice the same thing over and over that you've already mastered or already understand fully, it's good to have that practice, but you no longer need it, and you're not improving because you're not pushing yourself. And that's something that I really want everybody who's thinking about doing art to kind of take home, is that you need to push yourself, and you need to go into an uncomfortable state, because if you're not uncomfortable, you're not learning. And that's something I learned the hard way. As you can see now, at 185 or so, my art is kind of regressing again. And no, taking breaks is good, but when you take long breaks and you stop pushing yourself, you do regress. You do get worse, and I did get worse for a bit, and it took me about 2 weeks of grinding again to go from where I was like almost a month ago, because I just didn't have that passion. I wasn't putting in the reps, and that's something you have to do. But it's looking good again for me. I'm really enjoying art again. It's honestly, it's a lot of more fun for me again. I don't feel super pressured, and I've really been enjoying making videos for you guys. So if you like this sort of content, let me know. I really appreciate everyone who's either new or following or been subscribed for a bit and comment. I read all my comments. I really enjoy reading them. It encourages me to keep going and keep being better. So I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to keep on grinding, of course. If you haven't already, check out my Twitter. I post all my bad stuff there as well. So if you're interested in that, go check it out. I know that you guys, the people who are wondering if you can do this, 100%, but you just need to start. Don't think about it, just do it, and do it every day, and you'll definitely get better. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this kind of realistic approach to what it actually looks like when you do art every day, and you're not just the best person in the world. I'm really happy with where my form is, and I hope to improve. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate y'all. Peace.